Hi, it's me again. I was wondering, do you guys, when you guys go to websites like MSNBC or CNBC or CNN, do you go and read like the little health reports they put in there? I mean, you have to be a little careful about reading them because some of them have the tag sponsored, which means somebody paid to have that ad put in. But lately, I've been reading. I love to read them because they're a lot of the information they say statistically, and of course, my opinion of statistics is that they're just not reliable. But you get take let's take something like eggs. You can read articles on eggs in the same week and get one where it'll tell you that one egg a week is good for you, no eggs a week is best for you. You can eat as many eggs as you want; they're great for you. You and they'll say the statistics prove or this study proves. And the studies are based on statistics. And statistics are questions or procedures that are done in a specific way. And in a lot of times they're done in such a way as to get the results that the person asking the questions or doing the math wants to get. So they're really not an indication of anything. So what are we supposed to do? They tell you about they talk about cholesterol and this is good for you, that's bad for you, and it changes constantly. So what is a person like myself? I'm 72 years old. I theoretically have high blood pressure and high cholesterol and high sugar. So I take all the medicines that you're supposed to take. Some generic, some not generic, depending on the cost. And I've done this for years, and every once in a while they turn around and tell me, well, your sugar's high. Up, what? Your cholesterol just went up. And I look at my diet and I look at everything around me and I said, why? I have no idea. Um, I think the only thing I take that really I can guarantee is helpful is I take an aspirin a day, and that kind of like helps my heart and whatnot. Since I have some problems there, circulation wise, and I have an aortic aneurysm that I've had for 20 some odd years, so who knows, I guess possible I could drop dead while I'm talking to you guys. That would be fun. That would make a really great. I bet you a lot of people would watch that video. All right, well, and getting back to the health thing that I'm talking about, we don't know what to do. And you get really messed up if you start reading those sponsored ads because those are produced by people that want you to try their stuff or try their diet or don't, and it just gets, I don't know, it gets very confusing. you know um, I take the cholesterol medicine, I take the blood pressure medicine, and I haven't had blood pressure in over 20 years, high blood pressure. When they put me on the pill, I had just came off a major highway with and through a construction zone on a major highway, and it was stressful as can be. Plus, I was stuck in traffic on once I got off of it, and I was trying to get there in time for my appointment. And I walked in the door. They took me inside right away and took my blood pressure. They didn't give me a chance to sit down and relax and bring it back down to normal. Since then, they look at the results of the when we taking the medicine, and say, "Oh, that's great. The medicine's working." I have no idea if it works or not, or if that's just this set of circumstances. But I take it. I mean, I've lived longer than most of the males on my father's side of the family. I'm more or less leaning, I guess, towards my mother's side, which if my health continues to be as good as it is, being 80, 90 years old is not a bad thing. Although I do have a lot of aches and pains. But I don't know what to believe when I listen to read the reports of the doctors. You sort of gotta like, maybe, well, maybe I'll do it for the safe side. But then if you look at it, they tell you to take an aspirin a day for your heart. And then you read an article that says statistically aspirin is bad for your heart. It's bad for your kidneys. And well, I had um, doctor who looked a kidney specialist I went to see because I had some there's a name for it, I can't remember it now, but anyhow, I have cysts in one of my kidneys. One of my kidneys is larger than the other one. One isn't working real good. That's been the case for many years now. That has a lot to do with the fact that I was an alcoholic, I believe. I'm surprised I don't have cirrhosis of the liver. But the kidney thing is, I go to the kidney doctor and I tell him, I'm not taking the aspirin anymore, yada yada yada. And he looks at all my medical records and stuff that he has, and he says, I think it's better you take the aspirin. And I said, okay. You know, I happen to agree with him. That's about the only thing I know, that just about 99% of the information that you get, that people believe it, that aspirin a day is a good thing for somebody that's got, especially the fact that I have circulation problems in my legs and everything like that. So, but like I said, all this stuff is based on statistics, and statistics are like polls. Polls are a statistic. It depends on the question. It actually depends on who asking the question, whether it's male, female, black, white, Latino, whatever. Where they're asking the question, what part of the city or the country that they're asking this question. And then that gives you an answer, and then they compile the statistics. And it may be right for that tiny portion of the country, or they'll ask certain ethnic groups or something, or they'll ask, they'll do it during the day when only mothers are home, or single women, or not, non-working women are home, or I guess better terminology was non-working people who ask certain questions. And you're going to get certain answers to that, and those answers aren't necessarily valid to the entire country yet. They put this up as a statistic. Trump does this all the time. He lies through his teeth about statistics. Statistics aren't accurate to begin with. And he's sitting there telling you, well, statistically, wall is going to stop crime. Listen to me. When you talk about immigration, which is slightly off the subject we're talking about right now, but let me run this by you real quick. Here's something for you. 15 of the 22 hijackers, or 19 hijackers, whatever it was, that came into the United States during 9/11 were Saudi Arabians. They came in legally. All of them came in legally on visas. The Saudis were not, to this day, weren't blocked from one of those countries for, don't let the Muslims in. They were given special permission. The Saudis are still given special permission. They can get in no matter what. So nothing that we've done so far is going to stop them. Well, there's a wall, So that's the statistics on the wall, and statistics on immigration are depends on who you ask, So I don't have a lot of faith in statistics, and I'm very leery of articles because, as I said, some are sponsored, and some are opinions. Like I'm sitting here, I'm stating an opinion. These are my opinions. I'm not stating anything that's factual. At least to my knowledge, I haven't done any research to prove that these are factual. Can't give you any. These are just my opinions on stuff, and it's fun that way. But it's and I don't expect anybody to take me that seriously, but I expect somebody to start talking about it, which wouldn't be a bad idea, which would be a very good idea, if you talk about what's going on with the health. Because a lot of people don't, the vegan diet is the best, the protein diet is the best, the pig in a poke is the best diet. I mean, you don't know that. I think nutritionists drive me crazy. I came down here, and before I got here, I used to eat. Change my bread to I don't know what you call it. Like it's a brown bread that you get in the stores. Okay, it's down here they call it integral. It's not white bread, and it's better tasting for me. And I was told that's better for me. All right, I get down here, I see a nutritionist. Don't eat that. It's bad for you. White bread is better for you. Okay, so my wife goes out and buys me nothing but white bread. I don't think white bread's never been good for you. It's got a lot of garbage in it. If you're gonna do anything, get gluten-free bread. But I eat this. But then I went to the doctor I'm seeing now says integral bread. Yeah, that's great for you. Who told you not to eat that? I mean, I've seen two different nutritionists down here, and I've gotten two different stories about what I shouldn't eat. And I don't eat a lot. Mix it up, get some vegetables and stuff in there, and you'll probably be all right. In my case, I gotta eat what I can chew. I ain't got that many teeth left. All right. Well, listen, I'm getting tired of this. And I'm starting. I can feel myself starting to ramble, and which means you're already bored. And I don't believe you should go more than 10 minutes in anything because I think you bore the crap out of people when you do. All right. So I'm gone. See ya. This is Fats from the Fats, the Flounder and Fats thing. Ciao.